Some of you may have seen in my stories that my videos have reached the red pill guys as well as the hoteps on YouTube. And I had somebody who I could tell meant well, but she was, or actually, I'm incorrectly assuming it was a woman. This person was really killing it in the comments because when those dudes were coming after me, they were commenting right and left. And the ones that they didn't get to, I just started trolling the guys. And they reached out and they said, you could really change their minds if you use intellect and facts to get back at them instead of using humor and jokes. And because I used to be that person, I understood where they were coming from. And I just wrote back, I choose not to do intellectual labor for anybody who has purposely chosen to misunderstand me. My intellectual labor is what I share in the videos. And if you come at me in the comments with something that is not authentic, but is just a projection of your own failures, then I'm just going to troll you because you need to talk to a therapist. Don't try and take it out on me. I've dealt with worse narcissists than you. I don't care if they understand me or not. But if you come into my house and you're disrespectful, you get what you get. And you don't get upset. Or maybe you do. I don't care. And, one may ask, why don't just block them and move on? It's a good question. I think it's important to see the rage at which these red pill guys come at women for simply having opinions about their bodies, opinions about sexuality, opinions about what they will and won't tolerate from their partners. They were so unhinged, like so unhinged. And, some people are worried about my safety with me speaking out like this. And I'm like, you don't think they're going to say this in real life? You don't think that they say this in relationships? You don't think that some of these nice guys have a different side of them once you get into a serious relationship with them and they start saying this kind of stuff to you? Because I've lived it. So again, I've dealt with much worse than some internet trolls. You telling me that I'm old doesn't bother me because I'm actually just happy to be alive. So that insult, I cracked up when the one guy said, well, you look old. Well, you're too old to have kids. And I just have to laugh in endometriosis. Because I'm like, you know what? Actually, I don't care if I look old. Also, I know that I don't look old. But I actually don't care if you think I look old or if the world thinks I'm old because I'm alive. I'm alive. And last August, I might not have made it. So, not the insult you think. And also, it's fascinating when guys say, well, you're ugly. I'm like, but why do you think I would care what you said? Like, why do you think I would care? And why would you call someone ugly when your profile picture is not actually you? The call is coming from inside the house. You're mad that a pretty girl is saying, actually, I'm not going to settle. That's something to talk to your therapist about. And if you're married, if you are a married man, that was one of those comments, why do you care? Because I wasn't talking to you. But yeah, some people you have to deal with, some people you have to ignore, and some people you have to tease. And I have fun just figuring out which is which. So yeah, those are the rules of my internet house. Come in, make yourself comfortable, but if you make a mess, if you disrespect me, I'm just going to block you. But I figured that now that my videos are getting pushed out to a wider audience, we needed to have this chat. And I also love seeing how other people come into the comments and share what they took from the video in response to some of these accusations. It's really dope to see. It's really dope to see. So sometimes I will keep up stuff like that just so you can see the audacity. Because especially if you're somebody who doesn't engage with a lot of men. Oh, and you know what breaks my heart though? It's the women that chime in. Nowhere in that video did I say I do one night stands. No, and no judgment for anybody who does. But nowhere in that video did I speak about my personal sexual activity or sexual preferences, but the way they projected onto me. And it was so interesting to see the women that were in my comments basically saying like, oh, well, gosh, it would be horrible to only have had sex with two people in your lifetime. And I'm like, baby, I've been there. I've been there. And it wasn't the flex you think it is. It's not the flex you think it is because I'm a bet by the way she responded to me that she is in a sexless marriage or she's in a marriage where she doesn't enjoy the sex. Whatever she is in, it's not good. And she's a little jealous that I have all this freedom that she wishes she had. And I can say that confidently because when I read her comment, I was like, dang, I would have said that. I would have said that. Because if I can project shame onto somebody who is freely living her life, then maybe it'll make me feel better about myself. But it never works. It never works. And I'm going to just keep on living my free life. And I'm definitely not against marriage. I think marriage is beautiful. And I think if the right man comes along, then yeah, I'm down for it. But until then, I will not be suffering. I will not be settling. I did that once before. Don't recommend it. So don't hate on me because you settled it now. You can't get out of the situation. Boop.